Okay, stream should be back up now. And I'm just gonna check YouTube to see if my stream is back up over there as well. It does not look like it is. That's weird. Oh, nope, there it is. All right, I'm gonna grab the link from there. And just let Twitter know real quick that we are back. Connection dropped. Oop, helps if it's not in all caps. Connection dropped, but we are back, baby. Twitch link should still work. You can find the new YouTube stream here. All right, tweet. Try this again. There's actually a lot of red on this side. To not get too detailed on the background, especially in a thumbnail. These are supposed to be quick and simple, which is usually neither of those things are my forte. Detailed and complicated is the way I tend to do things, much to my own detriment. Doing it today. We are gonna put it dark spots. yellow, especially around this mask, to make different colors of it pop. Hey, Chili Jaws, welcome back. Let me try to bring in a bit more orange over here. Cheat a little bit because the original drawing definitely didn't have any yellow or orange this far back. But in terms of framing the face, I think it helps. All right. Back to this color. Actually bring the opacity up, but the brush size down. Actually, some purple highlights here. bit more blue. And then I'm calling this background done for this first thumbnail. Hopefully this is the only detailed background thumbnail I'll do. Detailed background I'll do for a thumbnail. Burr. One or two hot spots here. Not too many. Just enough to draw the focus to the side of the face. Frame it. Okay, now I'm actually going to merge these layers. If I can remember how to do this correctly, we'll see. Hey, yep, there we go. Alright, that's how you group them. Merge down, merge down, merge down. There we go. Alright, now to start choosing the colors for the face. Actually, first, I'm gonna paint in, dip it, paint in white background to make the background of this piece really pop. figure out where the beginning and end of the canvas is. So far, I'm glad the stream hasn't gone back down again. Yay, that. If I can, I'll see if I can merge the two videos and then put them both back up on YouTube instead of having part 1 and part 2, since part 1 is like 13 minutes long. This is something I really love about Procreate. Watch this. So you hold it. Hey, straight line. Allows me to be a little bit looser in my shoulder. And helps with getting a nice straight edge. Play in the actual figure. Check something real quick here. Alright. Oh hey, Chili Draws, is that Alan Childers? Giving you a follow. Add friend. Yep, that's Alan Childers. Cool, cool. Okay. Skin tone. Let's start. I feel like my skin in the original photo reference is a little bit washed out. I look really more pale than usual. You know, actually, my old painting instructor always started from his darkest darks and worked up from there. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go in, and my darkest darks are never straight up black. Because when you go with just straight black on the canvas, especially digitally painting, you end up with a lot of really desaturated shadows. So best way to keep the painting vibrant is to make sure there's a little bit of red in there. Because it makes sure, especially when you're painting skin tones, especially with white skin tones, you want to use more blues in general for darker skin tones. But for lighter skin tones, reds tend to be what are going to be in your shadows. So, make sure there's a little bit of red in there. Not too much. You almost can't tell. There's a big difference between this. There's a big difference between this and this. It's a very subtle difference. Just a little bit of saturation goes a long way. Actually, the way I had to paint portraits was with something called the Zorn palette. And the Zorn palette is made up of 2 colors in black and white. So you have yellow ochre. I believe it's yellow ochre, and then cadmium red, or I've used pyrrole red before too, if you don't want to use cadmium, since cadmiums are very, very toxic. You can get student grade, but it's the toxic one that honestly has the best pigment in it. You just have to be careful not to eat anything while you paint, because you could potentially end up in a hospital. Potentially, not necessarily, but over time it does bad things for your health. Oh, hey, Yuli, whoever pronounces my name right. Oh, sweet! I'm glad I got it right. Okay. So I'm just gonna start in here. Block in all of my darkest darks. Especially for thumbnail painting, we're not going for the full spectrum of color, or value, not even color. We're not going for the full spectrum of value. We're just getting a rough idea of where those values are going to be. So I'm saying this as much for y'all as I am as a reminder for me, because otherwise I could just end up doing 4 whole paintings instead of 4 thumbnails. The difference would be 5 hours on thumbnails or 2. I've already spent almost an entire hour on this, so get those tones in. Try to work quickly here. It is very hard for me to not zoom in and start doing detail, but I have to remind myself that's not what this is for, as much as my perfectionist brain wants it to be. Coffee or tea around if I'm painting traditionally. Yep, exactly. Chili Jaws is saying he can't have coffee or tea around if he's painting with traditional materials because he'll eventually drink it. I'll eventually, if I'm painting in gouache, I'll stick my paintbrush in my cup at some point. So it's always good to have one on either side, like make sure you have your drawing cup, you have your teacup on your non-drawing side, and then you have your paint jar, your drawing hand side, and never the two should mix, because otherwise drinking paint water is at least a doctor's visit. And having your blood test run for heavy metals, it's not cheap. Not always covered by insurance in my experience. Although if you're an artist who paints traditional materials, you'll probably want to get one of those at some point. But digitally, I have access to the full spectrum of color without any of the toxicity. I do miss oil painting though. It's always hard to not jump into rendering phase. Yep. exactly. Rendering is the most fun part. It's easy to get lost doing that. Being on a stream is especially good pressure for trying to work fast. Okay. I'm debating if I'm going to make the mask black or if I'm going to make it a dark blue. I think for this background, stop it! I'm going to go with dark blue. Almost purple, but not quite. Actually, I didn't even get all my dark spots because I need to get the eyes as well. Fast and loose. Thank you. Okay. So let's go the next value up. And actually, what I always like to do, especially once I'm in the actual painting phase, but it can be helpful even for the thumbnail phase, is I keep a little value chart so I know which value I'm on and I can compare them at various intervals in the process. So that's our first value. This one, we're just gonna go slightly up. Nope. No, come back. So it's still pretty dark. It almost looks like it's the same color. Because it is the same color. Hold on. It's not quite. It's just a little more red. Actually, no, for the thumbnail, I want to almost skip a value, so I'm going to go up a little bit more. What canvas size or pixel do you use for your canvas too? I think it's just the screen size. Canvas information. So there you go. 2048 by 2732. Roughly 20 by 15. Part, it's just going to be the ear that needs a little bit of this red. Not too much of it though. under the chin. The brown hair. Desaturate it just a little bit. Up the yellow. A little bit more than that. This work sketch has a really good detail in it. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. These are actually much smaller versions of the original, which is here. So I drew it full size at first. Just copied it down. I think actually from here on out, I'm going to try to not zoom in too much. That way. Focus on just finding the general shape of the area. Let's try this tiny bit. Side of the face, I'm going to desaturate so it's a little cooler. And add in this shadow down here. Add that value to the chart. Okay. Right there. I think I could actually go a little bit cooler on that side. I'll get to that in a second. Or the yellow. You got me convinced on all letter cake. Seems to be working smoothly for you. Yeah, it's been pretty easy. Like I said on Twitter, I also downloaded this software called X Mirage that a few other streamers have used, but it looks like you use that and then you use another streaming service to stream to Twitch, and that seems like adding an extra step or two to the process. And this just works a little bit easier. It's pretty handy. And on Omelette Arcade, you can also shield if you're doing something else. Right now I just have it set to a background painting. But eventually, like, I can make like a station break piece of artwork or something like that. for when I want to mess around with something else on the iPad without it streaming everything I'm doing. So I might play around with that at some point. Maybe that'll be a streaming day. Technically, I should have already taken my station break, but I'm gonna keep painting today instead of taking one because I'm having too much fun working on this. I love drawing comics, but there's something about painting, especially painting portraits, it's just almost like zen for me. It's very easy for me to just drop into it and get into a quick flow without too much fuss. Drawing, especially in the layout phase, just seems to require a lot more thinking. So I take breaks often when I do that. Painting, though, I could paint for 5 hours and realize, oh, I needed to go to the restroom like an hour ago, and then make a run for it. Actually, I'm going to soften the shadow a bit. Not too much. Saturate that a bit. Yes. Actually, a little bit more yellow. Don't stop. Stop it. Almost forgot about those ears over there. I'm going to take care of those in a second. I'm just going to tackle these eyes. See, I've never had the headspace or patience for comic book making. I love comics, but it isn't easy. Painting and sketching is my happy place. I feel that. Making comics is definitely sometimes a fraught process. I do love comics too, though. I love telling stories. It's just the actual thumbnailing stage has always been a bit stressful for me, to be honest, because pacing is really so important. It's not... When you're making comics, it's not even just about drawing. Being a good illustrator doesn't necessarily make for a good comic. It's about the storytelling and the character acting and the pacing, and it can be a lot to manage all at the same time. Whereas just painting is, in many regards, a much more straightforward process. It's just you and one single image, and you can make that image as beautiful as you want and spend as much time on it as you want. So I've been wanting to try children's illustration to get more narrative storytelling my skills. Yeah, children's book illustration is really fun too. It's definitely like I would say a middle it's a nice happy middle between comics and illustration in terms of still having that more narrative aspect to it. I mean, illustration is also a narrative art form, but there's something about telling a story through several images in a sequence that I think that you get to do a lot more of in children's book illustration. Just because of the nature of the medium. I used to do a little bit of work in children's book illustration. It's a fun gig if you can get it. Why is that so blue? Oh. There we go. I don't think I added that one. Just trying to keep a warm and a cool going. Never possible. Actually, I need to go back to this color. Alright. And in this here. Actually, I want that here a little bit more red. Not that red. Okay. Well, thank you. I think this number at the moment is Hammock by Mommy is the name of the song. I started with the Chilled Cow playlist on Spotify, but now it's just playing a radio based on that playlist. This one is actually quite nice. I am starting my own chill hop playlist, so I'm going to add that to it. And then back to it. most of this out just so I can get some color in. Paint that in there. Opacity. Yes. Go. Color I have there. Yep. All right. Next value. That. Raise the opacity again. Actually, that's a little too saturated. Let's pick from the canvas. I don't know why, but sometimes it helps to look at it upside down. So that's what we're going to do. Okay. Oh, thank you. Definitely need to go in and finish the eyes here in a minute. Right now they definitely pop. Let's see. Actually, I like this color right here. I'll just saturate it a tiny bit more. Yes. That's what I'm looking for. back in 1 minute here. I'm going to close my windows. So now the sun is streaming in directly on my canvas. Okay, that's a little better. Rough in these eyes and the mask, and then add a quick dot of a highlight, and then call this thumbnail done because it's already 3:22. Yeah, I need to move on to the next one here soon. First. Eyes. Eyes are a hazel green. The way they are in the shadows, it's going to take a very desaturated green to really make them pop. No. Well, thank you. Try. It's been a while since I worked on a digital painting. Some things are like riding a bike once you've practiced it for a while. Go back in. And a little bit of desaturated brown as well. Drawing portraits was definitely my favorite thing to draw in art school. It's a limited focus of study, and then really from there you can get creative within those limitations. I find honestly that creativity is born of limitations, so the less you give yourself to work with, the more creative control you have within that. Alright. Back over here. Right. Yes. Watching a Star Druid Joe D&D player, watching listening to feels like a sketch jam. There you go. Closest we can get to a sketch jam or a sketch club and under quarantine, huh? I definitely miss drawing in a group. I might have to bring up a few other live streamers while I work, just to have that sense of sketching with the group. If you have a link to the Star Druid Drow and D&D player, I would love to check that out as well, especially once I get done here. Another 35 minutes. Okay, now to tackle this mask. Oh, and this color over here. gosh, I've missed this. Really glad I decided to paint today. Something about painting is more like play than work. Okay. Next value. Wondering if I can change the pressure sensitivity on this brush. Let's see, taper, yes. It's classic taper. Link tip size. There we go. It's a little better. Day job is an art para for elementary school, but because significant other has stage 4, oh, I'm so sorry. Stage 4 OB, cancer, I am helping virtual 5th grade class. I'd rather be on stream than putting her at risk though. It's been a long year. Sorry if TMI. No. No worries at all. Feel free to share. It helps to talk about this stuff sometimes. I'm sorry your wife's going through that, and it sounds like a stressful time. Well, I look forward to watching your stream when it's up. Let me know when, and I will be there. Check it out. My deepest regards to your wife. Okay. I definitely spent more time than I intended on this first thumbnail, but I'm liking how it turned out. Okay, I might actually use the color I used for the eye, just a little lighter for the mask drops. here town tonight until from 6:30 to 8:30 my time. I'll keep an eye out for it. And if you have a YouTube, you can upload it too after you're done. I'll check that out as well. It's actually right at the top here. Oh, yep, go take care of those fur babies. It's been fun hanging out with you though, Chili Draws, or Childers. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I really appreciate it. Have a great rest of your day. All right. Just highlight there, there. Okay, on to the next one. Round 2. I had a fun time as well. It's good practice to work on talking while I paint and draw. For this next one, I'm going to actually do a blue background as the starting point. What shape do I want the background to be? Circle? Actually, I want it to be purple. Ooh. Let's make that a little more purple. A little less saturated than that. Actually, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to take dark red and do anarchist colors. always worry when I start these streams that I'll end up freezing up and unsure of what to paint or what to draw, or forget how to paint and how to draw. I'm always a little bit surprised when that doesn't happen. It tends to work out just fine. It's almost as if I shouldn't necessarily listen to my anxiety brain. Because what I'm usually afraid of or anxious of, not even really afraid of, just anxious, is usually quite fun in the actual process. I think I'm going to actually I'm going to switch back to this real quick. I don't want to do dark blue for a few different reasons. I want to make it purple. Just a slightly different shade of purple. Still looks blue. Actually, I can fix this easily with a hairbrush. And painting. Brush. Ooh, yes. I like the purple. Yes! Purple was the right choice. Oh, yes. Okay, now I'm ready to move on to this one. Not thrilled with the red triangle just yet. Triangle's gonna be a circle or an oval. Actually, I haven't checked the YouTubes. I'm gonna check and see if I've had any interaction there. Nope, that's totally fine. Okay. And background. Actually, I think I'm gonna go. Since this is supposed to be an anarchist version, let's go with black. See how that works out. Actually, yeah. I'm just gonna have this all blend into black there.
Howdy, stranger. You're so
Just crazy.
Alright, I might actually keep going for another hour here. but I'm definitely going to take that station break. Here in about 1 more minute. And then I'll be back at the top of the hour. All right. See you guys in 10.
Love is an incredible thing, and we don't know love like we should.
almost back. Let me get my smudge card back on. Actually, I think before I continue working on... excuse me, goodness! Before I continue working on this piece, I'm going to paint in the back, an idea of what I want for the background for this piece and this piece. And let's get started, shall we? Okay. This one, I'm going to try to go for design more out of like the Saturday Evening Post. I might even grab my copy of The Art of J.C. Leyendecker. Steal a page from him. Don't think he'll mind. He's been dead for a few decades. Not sure quite when he died. Always, never a bad idea to take a page of inspiration from real masters of the craft. Just getting dimensions drawn in for how big I want the size of this canvas to be. I'll start painting over that. Okay. A bit more on top here. I think if I end up doing this live streaming thing for 100 days, I might just make Sundays painting days. 'Cause I really want to work on penciling comics. I love comics. But painting is just, I don't know, it's the sweet spot. It's a real joy every time. Not a lot of struggle, not a lot of thinking to it, just pure bliss. The year we've all had with 2020, I could definitely use a little bit more bliss in my life. Alright. Well, even if I end up spending 5 hours on these thumbnails, honestly, I could spend longer. I have spent 10 to 12 hours on 4 thumbnails before, which I don't recommend. I would like to get down to where I could get a thumbnail painted out in like 30 minutes. But like I was telling Chili Draws on Twitch, last portrait painting I did was a year ago? Yeah. Well, no, hold on. 10 months ago. Because I also did a portrait of my guru last year. Not sure when I finished that one. But, so I did 2 portraits last year. But still, that's not really a lot of practice. So that's probably why I'm also a little bit slow at this. But I can get a lot faster. I just do this more regularly. Okay. Now that I have the canvases blocked in, figure out what I want to put on these canvases. Do something a little bit closer to JC Lane Decorative. Saturday evening post. Paintings. this last one. My favorite color, though, is periwinkle. Smells like almost like a wisteria purple. There we go. I'm actually going to bring back some of the white on this canvas here in a minute. First, I'm going to tone it all the way down. Color. actually move that gradient up a bit. Calm down, song. Yes. Sunset colors. Okay. Actually, what I'm gonna do, duplicate, save that one layer in case I want to go back. Try doing this a different direction.
Storm clouds and the rough, straggly sage and the smoke and the
You know something? Everybody's always waiting for everybody else to take a chance because they're so afraid.
quite like this. I'm definitely gonna try doing the lines the other direction and see how I like that too. But I don't hit that. Okay. Let's try the other direction. choices to make. I think I definitely like this one more than the other one. I'll go with this one. Means I'm actually going to go with the really bright yellow for that bottom part. Yes! Yes, 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 yes. Lighter than that, though. Alright. Well, I think I have 4 solid starts. Let's get back to work on this one. Okay. Reference pictures brought back up. And back to it. Actually, what I'm going to do move this down. Get started. Okay, I don't know what this, but I enjoy it. It's going on the chill hop playlist. Going.
It only does it about once a week. But why does it come down to the ground to do it? And why does it nearly always choose to do so in exactly the same place? Whatever the reason, it must be very important, for a sloth on the ground is almost helpless. Any predator could attack it, and it doesn't have the strength to escape. Why it comes down in this way is a mystery.
This mask is actually going to be black too.
Eels are not very nutritious. The sloth's way of compensating for that is not to eat more, but to do less. Its claws hook over the branches so that the sloth can hang without any effort in its muscles to release its food. At the same energy, its nose mostly is down and half asleep to earth.
is going on the playlist. Trying to draw as fast or paint as fast as I can here. Alright, next value. Actually, paint in here and mask first. Oh, looks like it stopped. Started a new stream. Yes, it did. Must have hit some sort of time limit. Ah, well, I only have 12 minutes left to go. This might be it for today. It's still going. Let's actually go a little lighter than that. like to, let's bring up Chili Draw's live stream. Even while I am in Kirtan today. Kirtan is a form of devotional singing and chanting. My Dharma group, devotees of Guru Maharaji Nimkroli Baba. We do that every Sunday, starting this month from 6:30 till 8:30 or 8:45. Was usually at 9 a.m. till 9 a.m. Seattle, Portland time. 11 a.m. till 12:15 a.m. or 12:15 p.m. here. But we switched it up, so it might be during his live stream time, in which case I might just have that on in the background on my computer while I have Kirtan on my iPad, and hopefully no one will be none the wiser. We'll see. I also don't want to be disrespectful to my Dharma circle. But I also really want to check out Shelly Draw's live stream. We shall see. Alright. Make that brown again. Go ahead and tackle the hair. The hair. I'm sorry, I don't know I'm like this. I'm weird as fuck. Okay. We've got 5 minutes left on the clock. At least get this hair cropped in. Okay. It is now 5 p.m., which means I have kirtan in an hour and a half. I should probably take a break, eat some dinner, maybe come back to this tomorrow. Or at least once I have some food in me, because right after trying to get up at 4:30 in the morning these days. Don't know why, because I enjoy it for some weird reason. But it does mean I have to go to bed pretty much as soon as the sun goes down. So, this is my stopping point today. But not too shabby as far as progress towards collar cups go. I at least have a direction for all 4 of these. That's exciting. Might clean them up a little bit. But still, they're going places. Figuring shit out. Hell yeah. If you ended up watching this live stream today, or if you're catching this later on, thank you for joining me. Thank you for watching. And I will be back tomorrow again at 2 p.m. Central, 12 p.m. Pacific time. And I will be doing this every day this week. Maybe I'll continue working on these tomorrow. Maybe I'll get started on the actual painting. Maybe I'll get back to my pages for Spring Warriors, since that's what I also need to be working on at the moment. But that's it for today. Thank you for tuning in. You can find me online as Just Do Lock on Twitter. That's JUSTDULAC. And I am rachelduluck.com for my portfolio. You can find my portfolio at rachelduluck.com. That is RACHALDULAC.com. All right. Thank you so much for joining me today.